Y'all smell that? I think I'm smelling a Lions W, baby. The Detroit Lions won today. The Lions win 26-23 over the Arizona Cardinals. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at my takeaways and initial reactions. So let's get it started.
You know, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, you know, guys don't know, DoseOfDion, he put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome everybody to another video. Glad you guys are here. And my head hurts, so that took a lot of energy to do that. But it's worth it. Why? Because the Lions won today. The Lions won. We're back in the win column for the first time since October 27th of 2019. But I don't care about any of that. None of that matters. Forget about 2019. Okay? It's 2020. And the point is, the Lions won today. And I feel great. Now, I do have a lot of notes. But I'm going to be honest with you. We're probably not going to touch on all of them. We're probably going to fly through this. Why? Because I'm happy. I am so extremely happy that we won a football game. And it wasn't perfect. There's things to get better at. But it's the National Football League, man. You have to win football games at the end of the day. And that's what we did today, man. Let's go. Let's go. We're back. We back, baby. And I'm telling y'all we're back. This team is talented. This is not some scrub team that we're throwing out there. This is a good team that has beat themselves on countless occasions. Green Bay, you beat yourself. Chicago, what the heck happened there, right? You know, you lost your corner, whatever. This team is talented. This team can compete. And we saw today, they did beat themselves at times, but it wasn't enough. They were disciplined enough. They didn't make enough mistakes. And they were able to beat an Arizona Cardinals team, which, by the way, before we get into this one, shout out to the Arizona Cardinals fans, man. I appreciate all the respectful Arizona Cardinals fans. Shout out to AZ Sports fan as well. I know this one, you know, it definitely hurts. I know it hurts when my team loses. We lost the first 2 games of the year. So shout out to him, though. I mean, we did a great collab during the week. It was awesome. Hopefully we do some more stuff in the future as well. But yes, man, we won today's football game. This is a competitive team, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this team can compete. We just can't beat ourselves. But for today, for tonight, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to rest my head because my head hurts because I've been yelling too much. And I'm just going to be thinking happy thoughts that this team won. It just feels so good. We won. Guys, look. We won. It just feels so good. We're in the winning column again. And we'll get into all the details later. We'll break down what's, you know, this certain play and where the Lions must improve. And we'll get into all that. That's for the week. But for Sunday night, it's about looking at that game and saying, what happened? What's the initial, what's the things that popped into my head first? And it's that we won. It's that we're back in the winners column, okay? It's that Matt Patricia's undefeated on week 3. Yeah, 3-0 Matt Patricia on week 3. Hey, that's his week. That's what I'm talking about today. We're talking about a team that won a football game. And it was a big game. It was a must. Because not only was it big for Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, it was big for the players. It was big for us as a fan base. We needed to see a win, guys. And it just seems like a whole new energy has just kind of flowed through Detroit after this. This is just beautiful. This was awesome. And it wasn't perfect. There's things to work on. It definitely had your heart pounding throughout the game. But it's a win. At the end of the day, it's a win. And that's really all that does matter, is that we got the dub. Is that we're coming away with a win in the winning column. Because at the end of the day, you only play 16 games, and you need to make them count. So to win this game was huge. And I'm so glad we did it. Also, give a shout out to my guy, Panda. Panda, I think, actually had the idea to predict the Lions to lose, and I did it. I predicted them to lose this week, and it worked. Because that was my strategy. I told you guys I'm technically predicting this. It was 27-24, which, by the way, was actually pretty darn close. Now I think about it. But I said, don't be surprised if the Lions win 31-24. So that was kind of my real prediction. But I used that as my prediction because I want to change the look. And it worked. So I'm probably going to do that next week. I'm just going to be honest. But 31-24. Kind of what I was looking at. It was 23-26, so somewhat close. I thought we'd have to score 30. We didn't have to. So, yeah, you know, I'll take it. Let's just kind of throw us through some of the good and bad here. I really don't want to focus too much. I'm not going to lie with y'all. I don't want to break it all down tonight. I don't feel like it. I'm just trying to be happy. I'm just trying to live in the moment right now. And then when Monday comes around, we'll lock into everything. But right now, I'm living in the good moment, right? So let's go through it. First off, Matt Prater, you won the game. That's huge. Shout out to Matt Prater. Look, he was going to kick it, look like a 54-yarder. They ended up deciding not to do it, and they pinned him back, which ended up working to perfection, by the way, because we got the ball back again. But Matt Prater, yeah, it was the most difficult field goal ever, but you made it, and we need you to make it, so you came up big for us. So shout out to Matt Prater. The run defense. Okay, now the run defense wasn't perfect today. We get that. The Lions did get gashed at times, but after watching the Packers and Bears game, the Lions had the worst rush defense in the NFL. After watching the Packers game, they just gashed us all over the field. They had a 75-yard run to come out of the second half. And in this game, everything inside I felt like we stuffed. We did really well against inside rushes. Where we struggled was like the quick little pitch, where it was kind of like a zone, that kind of struggled. But aside from that, the Lions had to try to figure out how to fix some of this interior run defense in 1 week. And it showed up. Against Kenyon Drake, it showed up. All right, and I was impressed. I was extremely impressed with Deshaun Hand. I was extremely impressed with Nick Williams and Danny Shelton and those big dudes up front for making plays. So shout out to those big dudes. My guy John Pennicini saw some action. Shout out to the big dudes. Now I want to get some more shout outs. Let's do it. How about shout out to the vets? How about shout out to Jamie Collins, who we signed to a $30 million year? How about shout out to Duron Harmon, who you traded for? These guys that when things are going wrong, these are the guys you look to. These are the playmakers. These are the vets that have been here, done that. We're going to make the big plays. And today they did. Today, Jamie Collins looked more than worth $30 million on the field. I'm be honest. Dude came up with a pick. Jumped Larry Fitzgerald's route, an out route, and picked it. Nice. Dude was stuffing the run. He was all over the field today. Collins, man, everywhere. I mean, I'll have to watch it back, but you were incredible from the eye test I saw. My district, you were incredible today. Duron Harmon, incredible. Made some big plays against Green Bay. The dude just lurks. You just lurk. I mean, if you put it anywhere in harm's way, he's going to be there. He's going to be there. Should have had 2 picks, did have 1. So the 2 vets had picks today, and of course, Jeffrey Okudah. Now, Jeffrey Okudah was nowhere near perfect, okay? Okudah was not great today, but he came up with a pick. And the guy can tackle. Now, he did miss against Murray, but he can tackle. He made a good play against Hopkins. The fact is this, I think he's still lacking some confidence, and getting Desmond Trufant back will be huge for that veteran, leadership. But at the end of the day, man, the guy get a pick, and that's big. That's big in the NFL. I don't care how it comes. Now, you can see the Lions got some pressure, forced him outside the pocket. He threw it behind him. Kind of looked like an Ohio State pick. It really did. But that's big time. I mean, making that play is big. That's a game changer. And while you weren't perfect, you needed to make that play, and you did. All right, so hopefully he takes that, builds on it, because that was really big for us. I mean, that was a game changer for us. So shout out to Jeffrey Okudah for that. We forced 3 turnovers. Apparently this defense that Matt Patricia runs can't force turnovers, but somehow they forced 3 today. Should have been 4. The Lions won the turnover battle. They didn't do it in week 1 or week 2. This is the first week they've even forced a turnover, and he forced 3 of them. That's big time. And offensively, you didn't have any turnovers. So that on its own, that 3-0 turnover ratio is a big difference, especially on the road against a good team. That's what made the difference today. I mean, Lions made some big plays defensively, and offensively, they didn't give the Cardinals any extra opportunities with turnovers. So that was gigantic. Also, Kenny Galladay's back. Kenny G's back, man. Now, look, he didn't look like Kenny G at the beginning, and I was like, oh, man, maybe he's just a decoy, but Kenny G's still Kenny G. I mean, I don't even know if he was 100%, but who could tell? The dude's a monster. I mean, he's up there jumping to go get it, getting first down, scoring touchdowns. It's like, dude, this guy makes a huge difference. And I told you, I'm like, dude, Kenny Galladay's been a big reason this offense is looking a little bit different. And now that he's back, you can see on the field, man. Kenny Galladay's just that dude. He's just that dude, man. And I don't think he was 100%. He didn't look 100%, but he's that guy. He is that guy on the field. And he's going to continue to open things up for this offense as, he continues to get healthy, as they get back together, because he's huge. He is huge for this offense. Jamal Agnew was involved a lot. I like that. It didn't always work, but I like that they try to get him involved. Let's see. For Jack Fox. Jack Fox was incredible, man. This is the best punter in the league. What we got to say about it, man? Best punter in the league. Game management, clock management. The Lions managed the clock so well today. And we've talked so much about closing games and dagger time. Sometimes you just have to have great clock management, and that's what we had today. And I know the run game was not great in the second half. It wasn't. I'm curious to see the stats for just the second half alone. It wasn't very good, but it was enough. And the Lions made so many timely plays, 3rd down conversions, right? So many of these big plays to continue to run the clock. And when the Lions get it with 5 minutes and Arizona has 2 timeouts, you would think maybe we'll at least get it one more time. They didn't even get the ball again. They didn't even see the ball again. The Lions didn't allow the Cardinals to see the football again. That is huge. That's big. I know I keep saying big, but that's gigantic. That's what I'm talking about. Close off games. That's how you close a football game, man. That's how you close a game. So that was great. The clock management was incredible at the end there. I know. You look, Matthew Stafford threw the dottiest of dots I've seen to Marvin Hall. Oh my gosh, dude. That was like a white bird. I don't know why it's a white bird. Just some kind of bird. Just fall right out of the sky. Just right in the basket. It was like, dude, how did he do that? And I thought he scored. Turns out there's a flag. Now, we didn't get to see the holding. I want to look back at that. But either way, there's a flag. But it actually kind of worked out as a blessing. In some weird way, it did, because it allowed the Lions to run out the rest of the clock and get the game winner. Otherwise, they would have 2 minutes with it. Yeah, sure, you're up 7, but you really never know what's going to happen. So it ended up working out for the best. And I think that's one of the biggest points we have to take away. Something Matt Patricia brought up all week was, look, consistency. We can't ride the roller coaster of the game. Bad plays are going to happen. Mistakes are going to be made. But you can't let them pile on top of each other and continue to have it fall. That's what happened against Green Bay. Today it didn't. Today it didn't. We made a mistake. Okay, we bounced back. Against Green Bay, that didn't happen. You did not bounce back against Green Bay. You just added on to it. Today, offense makes mistake, defense bounces back. Defense makes mistake, offense bounces back. They just complement each other. They were more consistent than they'd been through the first 2 games this year. All right? They weren't perfect, but they were more consistent. Romeo Okwara was great. Matt Patricia did a heck of a job disguising whether or not he's going to rush. I mean, he's missing a lot of key pieces, but he did a really good job. I was curious to see how much he was going to blitz a guy like Kyler Murray, because it's tough to blitz Murray, but it's also tough not to, because if you get pressure in his face, he's going to sail, which I told you if you get pressure in his face, he will sail, and that's where the first pick came from, by the way. But Matt Patricia did a great job mixing in the rush and just kind of disguising, because I never knew what it was coming. And I think he did drop a lot, but it makes sense, because we looked at the numbers for that. So Matt Patricia gets a lot of credit here. Okay, I think Kyler Murray had like 5 rushes for 29 yards. Like, Matt Patricia, he did a good job today. Say whatever you want, he did a good job today. I can't deny that. He did a good job today. Matt Patricia was good. He kept us in it. He gave our offense opportunity. He forced 3 turnovers, man. If we're gonna bash his defense when things go wrong, we're gonna give him credit when things go right. And that's what we're doing today. Matthew Stafford played a phenomenal game. Had a couple of misses here and there. Had a miss to Jesse James in the end zone. Had a miss here and there. But for the most part, the dude was phenomenal. I mean, I thought he'd have more yards. He just didn't have as many passing attempts. The Lions went heavy run with AP. And hey, you know what? It worked out. So I don't really care how we win. But Stafford was really good. And I think that was a big halftime thing. Remember if you guys met Green Bay, right? We're up by 4. All of a sudden they score before half, then they come out and score. We lost that. This time, Lions score before half. And that changes the game. Because now all of a sudden you're going up 4 at half instead of being down. Matthew Stafford, great drive down the field. Again, Kenny G is back. Oh, thank goodness Kenny G is back. But that was big, man. Those are just some of the main takeaways. There's a lot more we'll have to get into. Some of the bad, just kind of off the top of my head. Offensive line, Big V was playing guard. I think they did it to get O'Day off the field. So you put him at guard, which he's done before. He's never been great at guard. He's been better at tackle, I believe. But you put him at guard. That way you can kind of get O'Day out of there. And you put Jonah at left guard, which makes sense. I can see all in theory that makes sense. Big V wasn't great there. One, it's because it's his first game of the season. Like, let's be honest. And he's playing guard, which he's probably not completely used to. But they asked a lot of him. I mean, you pay him the money. You have to have those expectations. And he wasn't great. He had to be much better today. Much better. But, yeah, I mean, we'll kind of break that down as we go through the week. Field goals, we did settle for some field goals. But to me, it's like this. Look, if you're going to move the ball enough field and get field goals, it's okay. It's when you get it at their opponent's 30 and you kick a field goal. That's a problem because it means you didn't do anything with the ball. But if you start from, hey, you're on 30-yard line, you move down field, kick a field goal, as long as you're moving the ball, you're taking time off the clock, you're controlling time of possession, and you're also putting up points, that's all that matters, man. Continue to put pressure on the other team. And I think the defense did a heck of a job. We weren't great offensively. We had to do more. But we did enough. We did enough. We did enough today. And we were clutch. It was dagger time today. It was dagger time today. And that showed up all over the field. There were some flags that I feel like we have to get better at. Like I said, with the touchdown. There were a couple flags here and there that we're like, you can't have that, right? You can't have that. But it wasn't as many as it was against Green Bay in those big situations where really took us out of the game. The Lions just kept in it. And I told you guys, Matt Patricia will keep you close. You're going to have an opportunity with Patricia. Last week wasn't like that because we literally beat ourselves. We didn't beat ourselves today. We made mistakes, but we didn't beat ourselves. We gave ourselves an opportunity, and we went out and made the plays. This is a talented team, guys. And I'm going to honestly just leave it like that. This is a talented team, and I will break down the good and the bad later. I just don't feel like getting into it right now. Honestly, I'm kind of tired. My head kind of hurts. Hopkins versus Okudah. Yeah, Okudah struggled, but he made that big play. Look, it wasn't perfect offensively. Matt, no one was perfect. No one's going to be perfect. Okay, it's football. It's the NFL. No one's going to be perfect. But at the end of the day, do you win? Yes? Good. Lions are 1-2. This season's not going anywhere. We're here, baby. We're here to play. We are here to play. And we got the Saints up next. I'll break it down more throughout the week. I appreciate all of you guys stopping in, man. The Lions are back on the W, baby. We got a W. Watching. And I'm out. Go Lions. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like a weather person. I don't know why I'm holding this either. But look at all these members. Are you kidding me? Hall of Fame, All-Pro, patrons. Look how many All-Pro members. I can't even see the bottom, dog. What? If you guys want to be a part of this, all you got to do is click the join button. It's on the homepage of my YouTube channel. But this is absolutely nuts. Shout out to you guys. This is crazy. I had to bring out my cool shirt for this one, okay? Because y'all are legends. I had to bring out the legends. See what I'm doing?